Hey, George, this is my second attempt. Hopefully this will be shorter than the first attempt. So, the saga of... There is a saga that I just found out about today of the electronic ignition. So we ordered an electronic ignition promptly after you said you wanted to do that. It came in this bag. Here's all your old parts. There's actually one of the parts from the electronic ignition in here that we didn't use. It's an adapter for a different for a different distributor. It fits several distributors evidently. So the bad thing is that when this kit came in, which looked very similar to these two kits, it did not have this magic sleeve. This is what goes over the lobes, the rusty lobes on your distributor, and makes the pickup work. It goes like this, and of course it's spinning on these rusty lobes, and this thing's your pickup, and this thing's got what's called target, and that causes the spark to happen. Okay, that's what. So anyway, the original kit that came in did not have this. We immediately called, and they are shipping us a new unit from a new one of these sleeves from California. Now, it was supposed to, we asked for overnight, and they said the fastest they could get here was Tuesday, and Tuesday's pretty well come and gone, and it didn't get here. But we did not wait. We said, okay, let's see if we can get an electronic ignition through a local supplier. So we called Napa, and then we called O'Reilly's. And O'Reilly's, I went and picked up 2 separate kits because they didn't know for sure which one was going to be the right kit. Went and picked up 2 kits on Saturday morning, and they look, they all look very similar, as you can see. Yours had a little plate like this one. Well, this one's not made to mount in your distributor. Matter of fact, the plate's a little bit too big, and this one I could have mounted in your distributor probably, but anyway, it doesn't matter. They all had the same pickup, this NV5M. They all had the same pickup on all 3 kits. So I said, hey, that's no big deal. I'll just use the sleeve out of one of these kits, and I'll take the other kit back initially anyway, and then as soon as I get this the other sleeve, I'll put the right sleeve in on Tuesday if I have any problems. Or I'll put the sleeve that I get Tuesday in this kit and take this kit back, and I'm only out, 1 kit. Right now I'm out about $600 sitting here. So, no, I'm out about $750 sitting here. Anyhow, so that all went well and good. I'm working on this thing today. I told you I had a rough idle. And the other day I told you I had a rough idle. And I'm working on this thing, and I've only got spark on 4 cylinders. So I examine this a little closer, and what I find is there's these little target areas on the side, which hopefully there's enough light you can see that little rectangle. And guess what? There's only 4 rectangles. So I'm only getting 4 sparks per revolution, not 6 sparks per revolution. I think I'm doing a hell of a job even having the engine run with 4. Maybe the engine's just a hell of a good engine to even run on 4 cylinders. So we are now waiting on the correct sleeve to come in from California, whatever day that's going to make it. Now, I'm not sitting on my hands waiting, because right now I'm going to verify that what they're sending me is going to have 6 targets and not 4 targets, and that I don't end up with the same problem when that thing finally gets here. So we're working on that as well. So I'm thinking while I'm working on that, I got started on the pump situation. Our Gray Marine engine guy says, throw the pumps away. Every time I see a gear pump, he says, I throw it away, and I go out and I get a Jabsco pump and a foot-mounted Jabsco pump. And so what you got to do is get on the Jabsco website, measure your pump that you've got, measure the shaft diameter, yada yada, measure to get the dimensions, and figure out which pump will fit that engine with the least amount of hassle. And he said the reason you have to do that, he says he had looked for one pump that was a do-all, fix-all, and unfortunately they don't have one. And so because Gray Marine made so many different types of fittings and mounts that that there isn't one that does the job. So you have to pick. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that and get that going. I have already made it more convenient. I've run your engine. I put the check valve in the bottom. I put it in horizontal, and we're adding a valve to the top and a quick disconnect for your hose. And so it'll be very easy to prime, but should you have to prime it. But if we go to one of these pumps, every time you hit the key, you're going to have water. You have to change your impeller every couple of years, but in that period of time, every time you hit the key, you're going to have water. So here's what I'm doing, and I intend to be bringing this to you first part of next week. I'll keep you posted on when we place the order for the pump, which will be today. I'll keep you posted on this pesky little sleeve that is coming from California. Thank you, sir.